Skill-based matchmaking is one of the hottest topics in Call of Duty right now, and rightly so. It is completely ruining this game for a lot of the player base. But what if I told you you could actually turn it off, or at least significantly reduce its effects? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that, but also I want to pose the question if we should. Now, some of you may or may not have seen a video by a YouTuber called 4eyes released just yesterday. If you don't know, 4eyes is a YouTuber who has been making Call of Duty content for a few years now. His primary focus is on guides and showing you how to get like more FPS in games and such. But yesterday, he actually released a video on how you can use a VPN to get easier lobbies in Call of Duty. Now, I should preface this by saying using a VPN or a geofence to get these easier lobbies does not mean that you're only going to be playing against Timmy No Thumbs or other people of that lower skill bracket. Instead, what a VPN or a geofence actually does is allow you to access lobbies that actually have a lot more variety, like Call of Duty used to. This means that in the average game you play whilst using one of these, you'll get into games that have a range of different skilled players. For example, in one match you might have someone going like 25 and 5 and also 9 and 23. This is the point of using a VPN, and this is why we say it's turning skill-based matchmaking off. Other methods to work around skill-based matchmaking often involve things like reverse boosting. This means you're basically tanking your stats and making the system believe that you're a worse player than you are. Essentially what this does is place you against worse players, so you're able to do a lot better. But as a result of this, you're ruining those players' days. And this is why this tends to be shunned upon, especially when big content creators, and we won't name any names here, use this to exploit this matchmaking system and then drop like double back-to-back nukes and pass it off as them being like an FPS god. Now, VPNs and geofences are nothing new when it comes to skill-based matchmaking. In fact, I guarantee you that most of the big-name streamers that you have been watching since the days of Warzone 1 have been using a similar service to what I'm about to explain to you today. The difference is people are starting to talk about it, and because SBMM has become such a widely spoken about problem, a lot of people are openly using VPNs and geofences to give them a better experience. The first thing I want to address here is, should we be doing this? Should we be using something like SBMM off or Sweat SBMM or something like this to give us these more enjoyable lobbies? Now, the first thing I should mention is there is nothing in the TOS from Activision or Call of Duty that says this is a bannable offense. In fact, a lot of people will have a VPN running in the background on their PC, whether they're using it to negate the effects of skill-based matchmaking or not. It is very commonplace to run a VPN, and as such, there is no way that they will ban you for using this. Equally, because we aren't using it to exploit the matchmaking system and give us easier lobbies in terms of the players we are actually facing being all bad, in my opinion, there isn't a moral issue in you having a better time at the expense of others. In fact, in the video that 4eyes made yesterday, he showed some absolutely incredible data that showed he was still at the bottom of the leaderboard some games, but the variance in the players that he was facing was so large, it was such a difference to the normal skill-based matchmaking he has been forced to play with in the past. All that being said, it does mean you have to pay extra money in order to enjoy a game you've already paid full price for. Now, if you're a content creator and you're trying to grow a channel and you want to use a VPN so you can play the game for longer hours and enjoy it more, as long as you are open and transparent about that and you're not trying to hide it and trying to pass your gameplay off as some amazing gameplay because you're an amazing player, I don't have a problem with that. However, I guess the issue here really lies with the fact that, are we really willing to spend an extra £50 to £100 to enjoy a game that we've already spent full price on, and then eventually buy more skins and feed into the economy that Activision has created skill-based matchmaking to serve in the first place? By using a VPN and actually engaging more with Call of Duty to a point where you end up spending even more money on the game, it sort of defeats the point of what we're trying to do here by getting skill-based matchmaking turned down. That being said, and especially in the case with Modern Warfare 3, what we actually have is a very, very fun Call of Duty game. And if by using something like a VPN you can actually enjoy that more, then maybe it's worth spending that extra money to make your initial investment that much more worth it. Look, I'm going to be completely open with you. I'm going to try a VPN and see how it works for me. And if I use any of the gameplay that I get whilst using a VPN in any of my videos, I'll always be sure to let you guys know beforehand. The thing is, Call of Duty at its core, when it is a casual experience, is such a fun game. When you can be left to your own devices, unlock your camouflages, and just have a chilled experience, nothing quite beats Call of Duty. And from that viewpoint, if it's only going to cost an extra £50 to get there, I really don't see the harm in doing it. But look, I don't want to sit here and try and explain to you how to use a VPN. Instead, I'm going to direct you over to 4eyes' video because it is seriously such a good, comprehensive guide on how these things work and how you can set it up from yourself that I really don't want to butcher it and try and give you a half-assed explanation. This guy has put the research in and he has put together an amazing video, and I implore you to go and check it out if you are interested in turning skill-based matchmaking off. But anyway, that's it for this quick little video today. I just wanted to put the feelers out and see what you guys thought about VPNs, if you use them, and if you think it is morally right to do so. Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.